We asked for some calls on Ben White, and the phone lines went mad all of a sudden. So we're going to get some of his on. Let's go to Mark, who's a Man United fan. All right, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Jamie. Hi, Andy. How you doing?
Yeah, good, Marky Mark. What do you want to say? What's your take on Ben White?
Yeah, so I've got a couple of points in it, if you don't mind. So my first one is, listen, nobody really knows what's going on behind the scenes between Southgate and Steve Holland, right? So there's a reason why he doesn't want to be a part of that group. I don't believe for 1 minute he does not want to represent England. What he doesn't want to do is he doesn't want to be around a particular person or people, regardless of what's in front of him, what the tournaments that England are captain, this, that and the other. And we have to put that into context. We have to understand that because we do not know. So my second point is, Jamie, is, for example, let's just say your boss at talkSPORT, you cannot stand, you do not want to be around, and you don't want to be
exactly how I feel about it, to be honest.
But then your boss leaves and wants you to come back, and I can guarantee you, because you want to be a part of that litigious organisation, you would go back. And it's not about him not wanting to play for England. So all this Harry Redknapp stuff and all the nonsense that he comes out with, I think it's so unfair because Ben White clearly doesn't want to be a part of... I know, but you see, you're representing your nation, though, Mark. You've got to look beyond that. It does matter, because it's your country. James, place of employment. This is it.
You're not employed to play for England. You're chosen. You're picked.
But it's still a job. Jamie, I'm an accountant, right? And if I don't want to work for a particular boss at my organisation, I won't. And if that organisation wants me there when that particular boss isn't there, and it's an organisation that I want to be a part of, then I will go and do it. I won't work for somebody on a day-to-day basis because of I don't get on with and I don't like and I cannot stand. Why should, just because you play, again, we always seem to pigeonhole footballers, and when we bring it back down to realism that it's a place of employment, that gets put out the window, and it always comes down to, but it's for England or it's for Manchester United or it's for whoever.
But you're not employed by England, though, mate.
It's difficult, Mark. Listen,
it doesn't matter, Jamie.
Yeah. It does.
It's a place of employment.
It's Mark. Look, appreciate your call and your example and your thoughts. It's very difficult to marry what you do in your world compared to what happens in the international football arena. I don't think Ben White has the right to switch it off and on when he chooses to. If he's had a beef with a particular coach, man to man, sort it. Get it up front, face to face, get it out in the fresh air, and then you move on and you want to represent your country. You want to play, you want to be a part of it. To say you don't want to necessarily be a part of that through a disagreement, and then all of a sudden when that management team, they leave and all of a sudden now you fancy it again, you want to get back involved. I don't think that's quite as straightforward as that, Mark. I really don't. I don't think it's straightforward to just turn around and say, that's now okay. I don't quite get that.
Right, Mark, thanks for your call.
Thanks for your call, mate.
Yeah, top man. Let's go to Joe, who's a Liverpool fan. He's phoning us up. Right, Joe?
Jamie, good morning, mate. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning,
Joe.
pal.
Good morning, Joe.
If I was going to look for the accountants, I wouldn't be going back to that John fella, would you? Jesus, nice. Hey,
Yeah.
imagine him having him as your alarm clock. Right, lads, listen. I know where you're coming from. I think Ben White's got an absolute disgrace. I think no matter what other people say, we've got that opinion. You said it yourself there, lads. You play for your country. Disregard who the boss is. It's an honour to get that white shirt. It's an honour to put that shirt on.
Yeah.
From a family perspective. That's what you play football for. You know, I'm a mad Liverpool fan. Andy, can you imagine going to see Aldo and saying to Aldo, listen, I've come back after like 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going, you just don't do it.
No, but
it's just immoral.
I mean, Joe, I tend to side with you, mate. I'm with you. I just don't think it's as straightforward as switching it off and switching it on, and all of a sudden you want to do that.
The problem he's got as well, Joe, with Ben White, is the players. You know, it's the same group of players that he walked out on, didn't want to be involved, said that he don't want to be in the tournament, and then then all of a sudden he wants to come back. If you're if you're John Stones and you're, Gayey, you're playing alongside him, or, Harry Kane, who's the captain, and say, well, hold on a minute. You didn't want to be a part of this. You didn't want to be here. You know, and we respected the manager and we were fighting for the manager, but you didn't fancy it. Now he's gone, all of a sudden you want to rock up again and go, oh, actually, yeah, I'll fancy that again now. I think I might play because Kyle Walker might be on his way out and I might get more of a chance. Well, that don't work like that.
Don't get me wrong, he's a good player. The lad's a good player playing for Arsenal. But at the end of the day, you know, you just go and pick and choose, mate. Maybe you want to spend some more time with the sunbeds. You never know. Just, you know, the guy's sort of great player, but no, sorry. That's ship sail, mate, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's some great players out there.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.